242 to the world. NuVision Media. Alright, let go. NuVision Media, where the sound make a difference, also including Bahamian van life. New experience on the streets, collecting views and opinions. Business artist platform for the small man with great ideas to resilience. NuVision Media. That's NuVision.
Thank you so much, Chairwoman. Thank you.
To the world. NuVision Media. To the world. NuVision Media. NuVision 8 them at Facebook. 242 to the world. NuVision Media. Check it.
Bless the love, all powers to the people. Give thanks and praise. Welcome to NuVision Media, Militant Voice Podcast, 2026, the first episode of the year. You know, we took a little hiatus. First, I apologize to all of our supporters who was running me down and bugging me where we could bring the podcast back. Well, we forward now, back by popular demand. And my first guest is my brother Peter Runks the Rock. I know one of 242's top cultural artists, you know what I mean, and he have a lot in his historical venture and journey in music to share with us today on the platform. Big up my brother Hubert, our producer, behind the scenes, and who make everything possible, I see. Give thanks to everybody who tuning in live, if you tune in live, and those who will be tuning after the live has already been put out there. You know, I'll go give thanks and praise. Welcome to NuVision Media, Ras Corpadea, my brother Peter Runks. Peter Runks,
blessings, give thanks for the first podcast for the year. It's an honor, man. It's truly an honor.
Yes, kid.
Two of my bedrooms, you know, I've been the producer, we go way back.
Yeah, man.
He's a son too, now he's a son, so
yes,
you know it go.
Yes,
blessings and Ras Corpa, militant minded, militant voices, you know it go, man.
Yeah, man. So my first question I love to ask my brother, who is Peter Runks?
Peter Runks, persistent, ever trying, ever rising.
Yes,
a vessel of divinity ordained by the Trinity, preaching lyrically and substantially, righteousness with integrity, which shall subdue the wickedness of humanity who provide justice with wrong concepts and profanity. Me, I just a vessel, a subsidiary, shedding light and truth but as fallacy, bestowing strength, giving thanks and praise to the King. You know what I mean?
Yes, King.
The divine vessel, that's my first offspring.
Yes, King. What would be to sum it up in those words, Tim, and in that order, King? Yes, I give thanks and praise,
the rest of the divinity same way.
Yes,
you know?
King. So, Peter Runks. Who inspired Peter Runks? Because, you know, I know everybody have an inspiration. I know before Peter Runks, the world didn't know Peter Runks. Before Peter Runks knew Peter Runks. And before you said, well, started this journey to do music, who was your inspiration?
Well, I would start for me, my journey, life itself, you know.
Yes, King.
See, the man behind the music, they may know the artist, but they didn't know, like, where he came from. Background, Bimini, and I mean, both parents on drugs. You know what I mean? And sometimes when I think back with that, I just have to give thanks to the Almighty, you know, when the Father say, hey, when mother and father forsake you, he'll take you up. So that has been my journey.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So, you know, not coming up with the parents, growing up in the same home and stuff, it was rough.
Yes,
because you can imagine, I'm a child. Everyone child won't be with their parents and whatever. You tore a stone for. I felt unloved. I felt unwanted. You know?
Yes, King. I can relate to that struggle because back in the day, most of us Bahamian brothers and sisters, we grew up in homes where the crack cocaine era was and how it took over and destroyed many families. And a lot of us have that story and testimony to tell as me being a victim of that same drug, you know, where my mother and father also got hooked on the crack wine, saying. And after a while, both of them recover and catch themselves in the early older days. But yeah, I know the journey. I saw a lot of brothers and sisters who fall to that.
Right.
I see. So who inspired you to do music? Who was your inspiration in music to say, that's what I want to do when you saw that particular artist or person?
Well, watch how it began. My uncle Tyrone and my brother Sean.
Shout out to Tyrone and shout out to Sean.
Right. You know, they used to come home, they used to like culture music and Gregory Isaac and Twitch and you know all the Gregory artists and Rista Benji and then so Rista Benji too he was a young youth and doing music, so that caught my attention, you know.
Yes, King.
So my uncle, they bought I'll never forget, they bought a black Panasonic boombox.
Yes, King.
With a little red mic,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, we had that.
And you know, sometimes when they play the cassette tape, the little versions, then we'll be playing in the
Yes,
end.
King, yeah,
And I
yeah.
just find myself just spitting lyrics, you know.
Yes,
spitting
King.
lyrics.
Yeah, man.
And I used to go to Stephen Dillard. Now, I don't know how they know or whatever that I used to sing or whatever, you know, but we had a program called I'm Special, where we wore our shirts, just like you have your Militant.
Yes, King. You
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it looked good too. We had a shirt with a I'm Special written across it. Green and with the white, white with the green. And I remember going up, and my first song I freestyled was Say No to Drugs. So if you see the connection to it, it was always positive.
Yes, King.
Man, when I finished that, man, the little girls, they chased me, run me down, chase me home.
Yes, King.
You know? And that was the beginning of my journey. But then at the end of the day, too, the consciousness from listening to all the conscious artists and, you know, Luciano and Mikey Jones was one of my good friend, too.
Yes, King.
It was like a mentor.
Yes,
you know,
King.
and so many other cultural artists.
Yeah, man.
Big up Culture Shock same way, too, Rossi, and because he took me in the studio.
Yes,
and you
sir.
know,
The Culture Shock.
right,
Yes,
his thing was, he was just dealing with the culture. You know? And I grew up with that, and that was embedded in me.
Yes, King.
You know what I mean? And then it had a lot of science too. I remember being in the AFRD, big up to all my Tigers. I remember, I think it was one of my schoolmates, her name was Shamika, and she had a cousin or some family member or something like that. I think her nephew or something like that was in the hospital, and he was listening to my music, you know, and he died, and he felt away, you know. He said, well, why are you listening to my music? I said, John, no. But I said, boy, so that made me realize how powerful words is, you know.
Yes, King.
So from that day, I said, but you know, I can't sing no slackness, you know.
You're right.
Can't sing no slackness.
Yes, King.
You know? So from then, and my own life experiences, I would express myself through the music. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like when we
King.
came in here, you saw the clip what I did with Life in the Ghetto.
Yeah,
See,
man.
that was telling our story, how I grew up.
Yes, King.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of us went to the same schools.
One of my
the same,
favorites from you. One of my
yeah, the
favorites from
same food store, the same washoes.
Yes, King.
But it was always gang banging and whatever.
You're right.
And let me take this time to pick up Solomon Brown, who's
Yes.
a drug addict too, you know.
All right.
Oh, but he taught me so much. He used to call everybody bitch. And actually, when I did the Life in the Ghetto, you know, I did the Life in the Ghetto in the big yard where he lived. You know what I mean? A couple of years before I go on tour, me and him sit down and reason and think, even when I used to sling coke for one few, I do it long, 2 weeks or so. And, you know what I mean?
Yes, King.
And, you know,
You
that's
all
my
that, but
brethren.
not growing up.
And not only that, you know, even from when I dropped Divine Vessel, Solomon Brown is to be on Market Street. You sure to find him selling a Divine Vessel. Mind you, I say drug addict, you know. And he trading my CDs and I talking, but he talks and he lyrics.
Yes, King.
The customers, man, for me to open his mouth, the lyrics.
Good wing, man. Yes,
Man,
King.
and thing, and we never had no problem with no money, you know.
Yeah.
But when I started to deal with the drugs, you know, that time, you know, he cutting up the coke and thing. Then he said, boy, ditch. You know, why you doing this, you know?
Natural.
And I say,
Stay
yeah, I
in
know.
the right
I said,
way.
but you still cutting it up. When we started laughing, but it's just the kind of love. I said, it's a drug addict.
He making sure you
I
put
learned
on the pad, though.
more from him.
Yes, King.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Because he had a humble spirit.
Yes, King.
He'd pass in the morning and then singing a D Brown, and Dennis Brown is one of my favorite artists. Oh,
Yes,
my
King.
God.
Yes, King.
So all that, you know what I mean? And when he died, I was in foreign. I was in foreign. Oh, sorry, I can put it in my shady. Okay. This was made by Rascopper, by the way.
Yes, King. That dope.
And I was in foreign with LGY's touring at the time. Me and my uncle was over there, Uncle Ty. And when I heard his death, I cried like a baby brother.
Yes, King.
You know what I mean? I know you had the pastors, but all of them,
Yeah,
but
he
him,
lost to you because of what he contributed to you in the knowledge
my
area.
Lord.
Yes, King.
And you know, everywhere where I go, I did many songs. I do Badness, I do all kind of other songs and things. But this particular album, you know, Divine Vessel, everywhere I go, someone asks me for that, you know. And I was like, man, I don't even sing like that no more. I kind of shunned the album, you know. 'Cause, you know, after I didn't do it, I really, when I check stock, you know, people keep asking me for it. So I say, you know what? And I just released it on cards too the other day.
Yeah, I saw the car. They have one home.
Yeah, I say, man.
Yeah, man.
But then when I tune into the album, you know, I don't really listen to my music like that because you feel like you don't.
Yeah, you don't do
Yeah,
it.
you
see
say, man.
your own music, right? Right.
But at the end of the day, the spiritual heights, the spirit I was in back then, and
Yes,
you know what I
yeah.
mean, going in studio from back then, and just the vibes. You're just coming out of school and So I said, boy, John, even the intro what I told you earlier, the Vessel of Divinity, I used to be reading the dictionary, the thesaurus, all them things, because I loved words.
Yes, King.
And right away, them words came to me,
To the King.
Vessel of Divinity, ordained by the Trinity, preaching lyrically and substantially, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the spirit working in me through music.
Yes, King. Speaking about Badness or the Style, which was one of your biggest songs, I know. One of your biggest songs, and the song that really opened you into the homes of many people in the Bahamas as a household song. How did Badness or the Style came up for you?
Well,
How did the concept of it came up?
Well, to tell you the truth, big up Puff Boo, Ray, you win.
Yes,
right? I remember going to the studio because he recorded Badness of the Style, And I remember.
Shout out to my brother.
From Buff Boo.
Yeah, man.
I remember. I think I went in the studio to do a love song, When he played it with him, the promise with him, he played it with him, and I trying to vibe and thing, and I wasn't really feeling it, And then I remember his mommy was right there watching the 1 o'clock news, and I said, you know what? I said, but erase that. Boy, the vibe come and I just, you're freestyling, and boy, the vibe come, I said, boy, let me put this part there. Star, hey. Then I said, boy, hold on, I love the vibe, 2, 4, 2, can you hear me? You know what I mean?
That was the announcing of the song. Boy, hear that, you know what I mean?
And the vibe just coming, just through watching the 1 o'clock news, And boy, because I freestyled in the song, I really remember the song, so boy, I leave from him. And boy, I think it was a couple of days after that, I was talking to one of my veterans. And he's like, and big up when he passed, everyone was like, boy, I love that new song from you. I said, what song are you talking about? He said, boy, yeah, the new song was playing on the radio 100 Dams. Big up DJ Fines and thing too. He used to be playing
Yeah, man.
And boy, I think the same week too, Egyptian was in town about to do a show.
Okay.
So I think the times changed. So part of how Badness take off, I end up doing the show with Egyptian. Me, Bodine, Quartermary 9, his name was John 9 back then though. Boy, the song just take off, That time I said, Jesus, Lord, I gotta learn the song, because boy, you freestyle.
Yeah, you gotta learn.
So, boy, playing the song back, trying to get the words and things, because right, a couple of days now, I gotta do the show, Egyptian. I said, what the fizz? Boy, I said, boy, what's happening? That time, showtime now, everybody there's just vibing up with all the artists, them and Egyptian. I think, what his name is? A few artists came down with him, did he cut, what his name is? I forget the artist's name. But anyway, we vibed and thing. And I know how to go on soon. Bodine was on. Well, I know after Bodine is coming on. By that time, my heart beating fast. I can't even, that time Egyptian hated everyone, that time I hated him, I take one picture with him and all, but my heart beating so fast.
Nervous.
Yeah, because everything went, but him I trying to say now, what I can say now, when the song coming, boy, and Bodine finish. But that time I said, boy, Peter Runks. I said, Lord, in the morning, I said, boy, Father, I need you now. Boy, and I come out. And he, 2, 4, 2, can you? Boy, I say, the club mad. So I said, oh, Lord, okay then. So, now, boy, when I see them do that, I do it again. And I pull up and read and pull up and, boy, when I check stock again, they start singing the chorus.
The reaction from the crowd
right
to your comfort zone.
Man, so, boy, the vibe nice.
Yeah.
That time I just vibing, Then the 9, Quartermary, which is his new name.
John 9.
John 9.
We remember John 9.
Boy, John 9 coming on my set, nigga. Here's the song, Cannonball too.
Yeah.
Looking Devils.
Yeah, I remember
boy,
that.
Me and 9 in there.
Big song.
Me and 9 in there just,
Yeah,
just, you know what I mean? And boy, when I look, Egyptian come. And then I going out, I give Egyptian the mic, and he come on. My father say. And right there and then to see Bodine, to see me, to see, you know what I mean, pick up all the culture shock, to see the beaming people. And I was like, my little staff.
Yes, King.
That time, while they performing, they had one little box made, That time I in the club, I got my staff stretch out, And I just look, I say, boy, John, look at I say. I said, John, give thanks,
Yes,
I said, John, give thanks. When I finished now, a lot of people who used to go to church, boy, remember you and so and so.
Yes, King.
So my thing in that was, a lot of people felt weight, especially in the church too, because they felt like, in the club and thing or whatever. But my question to them is, you been in the club when I was singing? You know how much people get inspired? You know how much people come to me afterwards? And see, me, I never was that type of, you know what I mean? Even though the song was doing and this and that, you know, I was always a humble person.
But if you're trying to find lost ones, you have to go where the lost ones.
Yeah.
You can't go find them where they will be the righteous one dwelling. You know what I mean? That works, man.
So I give thanks and big up Tempo team, because you know Tempo, that was Tempo team.
Yeah, man.
Man, I went into schools with them and whatever and yada. But it made me feel good as a Bohemian artist to say, boy, because you know back in the day you could have listened to a song and you could tell, okay, well that's a Bohemian. Our quality gets so much up there over the years, you can't even tell.
And Tempo doing some good work, star shows at Tempo Next Level, doing some very, very great work for Bohemian artists right now. Back then we used to have the dream to be on Tempo, but now we have a chance to be on Tempo. So when you put out good music, good production, good quality production, find the link, it's right there on Instagram. You can find it on Instagram. You can go on Facebook and find it, and send your music into Tempo and get the promotional vibe done, because the music reaching a level right now and they're doing a good job at promoting. I see. So your history of Bands of Style, that was one of your biggest songs, like I say, and that took you on tour.
But actually, part this come afterwards, you know. Virtuous Woman, the same Divine Vessel album, that's the album would take me on tour with Virtuous Woman.
But Badness on the Style was the song.
Yeah, what really, because then, you know, I want
take a song to resonate you. That was to me, because that's when I knew that song before I knew you, personally, you understand me? So that song that I think was the song that staple your presence.
Yeah, we'll talk. And then, like you say, it was all about humility. And then, like I say, even though my upbringing was that way, you know, I look at it, like I say, T.D. Jakes had a book one time, why not you? In order to bring music the way you need it, you have to go through, brother. You got to experience some things.
Yes, King.
You understand?
Like I told you before in the conversation, before you go through your greatest victories, you have to go through your greatest losses. Before you can experience your greatest happiness, you have to experience your greatest sadness. And these are the things we have to go through. That don't mean because you have these dark days around you or this little dark cloud will be like a last forever. The sunshine can come back your way too, so you have to know how to endure the hard times to get to the good times. Guys,
but these are the things now. Where you think the songs and come from? When I was getting to my darkest hours.
Inspiration.
My darkest hours. I talk, but this one leave, that one leave. I did by myself. You know, the darkness can try, come and bring some little thoughts and thing or whatever. Right away, I say, boy, I look at my Grammy picture right there on the thing, you know. Picture always is like, her picture spoke to me. Hey, catch yourself. I think with my other Grammy, Merle Sanders, and I think with my heritage. And I just began writing in my phone, you know. Just writing. Can't stop, you know. Just writing. And the more I wrote, talking about my life, you know. I said, boy, John, no. I do so much chapters, I think that's where the book coming forward.
Yes,
it coming forward. Yes, but as I wrote, I said, boy, I've been through that. I said, I've been through plenty, you know. But then again, you look at it, I could help uplift someone who going through wise.
And it'll make you, it'll break you.
Yeah. Okay, right now, my daddy with me right now. You know what I mean? I was angry because I feel like, he ain't been there, my mommy ain't been there, this and that. But right now, my daddy home with me right now. And it gives me great joy and honor, brother, to be there taking care of my daddy.
Like you say, what don't kill you, make you stronger.
Yeah, you say so.
It make you stronger.
So now with the music, now if anyone really listen to my music, you get to see everything, because my life like an open book.
Yes, King.
You understand? Yes, and I don't have to struggle to write or I ain't writing years. I just like that natural height, you know what I mean? I just like that vibe.
Yes, King.
You know what I'm saying? And from time I've been helping others or whatever, but then the more time I learn through the powers that, hey, you can't help everyone, brother.
No, you can't cast your pearls among
right. Everyone who come with a smiling face,
they trample on it.
You say,
you can appreciate kindness.
And I had to learn it the hard way.
Yeah, some people exploit it. They
right. So
they use you for their benefit.
So now, and then so my whole perspective on life changed. You know, I do a song that they call "Don't You Give Up." You know, pick up RK, one of my brethren, one producer from Jamaica. You know, but he sent me a whole heap of rhythm. You know, and because you done going through so much, by talk, right? Stop with one rhythm, the next rhythm, vibes. But one of the songs was, "Don't you give up, don't you give up, things will get better.
Yeah,
sun will shine again and be much brighter. Don't you give up, things will get better. What didn't kill you will make you stronger."
Stronger, King, yeah.
You understand? So as I met these things, last time I walk in the morning, you know, you see the youth them sleeping on the cold concrete, you know. You know what I mean? I said, boy, John, no. I know better than that man. I know better than him.
You do have a good work ethic over the years in music. One thing I have to address in this, and I have to question you about, is your dubplate skills. The way I think you're one of the most dubplate artists, I think, in Nassau from all the artists. And I think you do more dubplates to me than most any artist I know. Because being around you as a brother for years and knowing your work ethic, you have a lot of dubs. Some of the sounds, the people you did dub for internationally. Will you give the people insight on some of the sounds you did dub plays for over the years?
Boy, I did a whole heap of dubs, King. Whole heap of dubs. Big up Culture Shock, big up Silver Star, big up Barry the Pusher. All these man. But the thing would make me feel proud, you know, that for someone to pay me for a dub, you know. I can honor that.
Yes,
it goes a long way. And I'm a type of person, like I tell them, I need money, you know, but I don't chase money.
No, you're supposed to.
I don't love money.
No. But collective security for surety.
Yeah. Pick up Silver Star.
If you're good at something, you don't do it for free.
Yeah. Silver Star, one of my bedroom from Freeport. You know what I mean? So I said dubs, England, big up Dookie, Dread and all them.
Yeah, big up Dookie, then I'll go.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And the dubs is another form of income.
Yes, King. But I think you're one of the most, like I say, with all artists I know, I think you do the most dubs of everyone I know, because you've been doing dub play for sounds for a long time, and that's another area, like you say, is a good little income area, but it's also a good promotional area.
Yeah, too.
You see what I'm saying? Because these dub plays get used when they clash in sounds, and they be in big arenas, and a lot of people get to hear them. You say, you also get to show the skill of how you could take a song and then turn it around to suit the sound.
But,
you know what I mean?
It also trains your mind. It also train your mind as well.
Lyrically, sharpen you lyrically.
Hey, I love music so much. I remember sister did a album Good Ways. You know what I mean? I remember picking up the CD, you know. I said, going to Jamaica, you know. But don't ask me how or whatever, I end up in Jamaica. Because I don't want to go to the Ocho. I want to go to Kingston. I want to
you were going to the got a better musical
so I end up going around by Anchor Studio.
Like I said, I will go Trenchtown and I got to go around Bob area and feel the Bob spirit. And then I'll go Judgment Yard to hear my brother and sister.
Yeah, man.
You know,
and then recently, you know, it's like God always
also
had
visit
me.
the Maroon Town too.
Yeah, man.
Said, yeah.
God always had me in the part being surrounded by the artists. You know what I mean?
So what's Peter got on the table now? What's the project Peter Runks working on now?
Oh man, I just released album Back to Roots.
Okay.
Reggae album on the cards. I think I
show the cards, man.
Yeah.
You got to show them things, King. You want?
I even forgot. I even forgot.
People can see what you're dealing with, King.
But first of all, let me show you how to see the mouse I don't play.
Yeah, man.
The mouse I don't play. Let me make sure I bring it now. Okay, that's the back to Roots.
Yes,
but there's one particular one in here. Okay, that's that.
Download cards. I remember we had the Positive Mind songs back in the day.
Yeah, and actually,
but it wasn't really the people wasn't used to that kind of
right, because it's scared of technology.
That was kind of new, foreign to them,
right?
Yeah, that was kind of foreign to them. They used to CDs and stuff. Yeah.
See, my thing is, I always was innovative and
well, you have to be that way. You have to be that way.
There's one album I looking for in
and
particular.
You have to not be scared to step into the modernization of things.
Okay.
You see, yeah.
See, okay. Now we here.
Well, you got very dumb cards.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know you. You guys asking.
Now, I am proud of this album here because this is the first album I put on this type of cards. You see what it says? Though he slay me, yet I will trust in him.
Yeah.
This way, okay.
Yes, that's the camera.
Okay, that's the camera. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Keep it.
Okay, right there.
He can zoom in.
Keep it.
Yeah, he can zoom in on the feed.
Okay, this is the first one.
That's my producer, you know, professional twin. Kaboom.
And I gotta speak about this one because this album what really made me. One day I was to work, and first of all, let me start by saying I have a little sister I just found after 40 years. Rest in peace, Anastasia Gibson. Now, that was my oldest sister who passed a few years back.
Condolences.
And yeah, man, give thanks. And over the years, I was looking for my sister, because you know how our mom was on drugs and stuff like that or whatever, you know, the foster people, whatever. And 40 years. But see, this album, I did a song on it called We Would Find You. Actually, this was the second song. So when I did the song on this album, and I was to work one day. I said, boy, father, if I find my sister, I need money. He said, okay. He said, what you going to do with it? I said, what you mean what I going to do? He said, you see, in your work yard right now, I want you to go get as much names as you could. I did that. People started paying for the thing. This wasn't even out yet.
Yes, King.
I said, boy, John, no. Right? So they started. I put the album together and whatever. And my sister would pass, she gave me the money to do this. And then she ended up dying, right? So I said to myself, I said, boy, John, to her funeral. My little sister was there and didn't know that was her sister, right? But because me being so innovative, you know, someone was supposed to sing and they didn't reach in time. So
you fulfilled that?
Yeah, I shoot up there and freestyle one little thing and whatever, and I end up mentioning my mommy name, normal. Cool.
Shout out to the Black Queen.
Right?
Yes, I.
And after the funeral, respect to Diana Fantas too, who's a pastor at First Baptist and whatever.
All right, yes, I.
She called me one day and she was like, she needed to talk to me. So I thinking she wanted to record or something, you know. And when she came and she spoke, she said it was a young lady who was to the funeral. And I could have filled in all the blanks, you know. So she said, give me a minute. She went to get the young lady. And I sit right in the studio. I say, well, mother of faith. I say, after all these years, in the next couple of minutes, I can behold my little sister, who I was waiting to see for 40 years. Pick up Kenja, by the way, which is my sister. And when I walked out to the car, and I, you know, because you're excited to see, you know, and when she came out of the car, I started with the splitting image of my mommy. Boy, and we embraced and we hugged. And after that, I remember, I said, boy, you know, the father don't play, you know. 1,000 years is like a day with the father.
Yes.
So you know it would happen just like that, you know? So, in essence, I lost a sister but gained a new one.
Yes, King.
So, music for me, I don't play with this.
So, your new project.
See, okay, this is the reggae one, Back to Roots. This is the one like I just was discussing.
Yes, King.
This is my first seed, which is Divine Vessel.
And again, for you all who don't know, there are download cards. The whole album is on the card.
Right.
When you purchase the card, there's a code on it.
Yeah,
you enter the code.
You scan it. You scan it on the back of it. This is my first offspring.
Yes, King.
And everybody know me for reggae, right? Inspiration, this is my first Rake and Scrape EP.
Yes, King. Yes, King.
You
That's
know.
the one we call him the Bimini. That's the early experience.
Yeah,
The Bimini inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes, King.
And my thing with that is,
Yes,
see, like I say, life is inspiration.
Yes, King.
I'm not saying I'm a Rake and Scrape artist, but why not? I like to be creative.
You're a musician.
Yeah, I want to try different
There is
things.
no category, no box.
So, you know what someone once said? They say, see, if I hear a rhythm, man, right away, the first couple of seconds of the rhythm, my vibe done starting. You know what I mean? It seemed like you was asking me about dub plates the other day. Just being in that vibe. You know, the other day, Mikey General and Louis Culture, those was there.
Yeah, we in studio.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mikey.
Oh, yeah, I forget. Yeah.
Shout out to Louis Culture.
Louis Culture, big up yourself.
My big inspiration in the culture
Oh,
world.
Craig, big up Culture Shop.
Yes,
See you, Craig.
Craig, all of you in the studio together, and it was a joy to be in the presence of these men who I listened to over the years in music, and their music inspired us. So, yeah, man, continue, my brother.
And not only that, and I got a big up Culture Shock too.
Yeah, man. Push the music for many,
I remember,
many years, man.
and many artists. I remember
Many
being
years,
in,
man.
I did a dub plate, like the same dub plate what you're talking about. I did a dub plate with Jam Mason, them back in '97. That's when Sizzler and all of them came
I'll have him
over.
on the show. I'll have him on the show soon, too.
Right.
I know.
Well,
Okay.
Jam Mason knows was doing a dub for Culture Shock. So Culture Shock said, Runks, go in there and do a dub, you know, with them. boy, and he catch me off guard, you know what I mean? And I said, boy, Jesus Lord. And I walking in the booth with them, and you know what I mean?
And you did it.
When the rhythm started to play the Joe Fraser with him, you know, pum, 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 you know what I mean? The rhythm started playing, and I holding the vibe, and I holding, at times I'm Mason in the corner, and he's like, when I start flowing, Mason in the corner, pow, 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 pow.
Yes.
Me, him, Joseph, so
Feeling the vibe.
he do the intro. Man, and I come in, then Mason pushed me out the way, and he come in.
Yeah. Feel the energy.
Then he bedroom come in, Joseph.
Yes, King.
Then Mason put me back again. That was my best experience there was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was your connection. To see that someone else who do it on a professional level also and admire your talent in music.
Wow. And from then, and like I said, give thanks to Culture Shock, because of him, he introduced me to the Nafra artists.
Yeah, man.
In my same house where I live right now, John Mason and being there, Moise Liston being there, Warrior King and being there,
Yes, King.
Mikey General and being there,
Yes, King.
Louis Culture and being there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And Moise Liston didn't even want to go home because the love.
Yeah, I know that kind of feeling, King.
You understand what I said?
Well, in the studio back in Freeport back in the day, and I had the grace of having Everton Blender pass through, Nicodemus, Junior Demus pass through, Michael Rose passed through from Black Uhuru.
Yeah.
So it's good when you could have top out of the studio. That make you feel that energy you saying, yeah, man.
And I always, from back in the day, I always stay with a camcorder, you know.
Yes,
document it, you know what I mean? The one, I released a clip with me and Mikey General, that was like 25 years ago. It wasn't no WhatsApp.
I saw you put it on Facebook.
You know what I mean?
I saw it, yeah, man.
And
you was young Peter Runks then too.
And the importance of documenting. So other artists could come back and look
Yes,
in. You know what I mean? I was always one to, like right now, I help and I assist enough other little artists and then, but I don't have to go on social media and say, okay, I help this one. You know what I mean?
You're not really supposed to let them talk to anything, but you don't talk
you know, but y'all looking for the project. We got another, like you said, the project that coming out. We have a project coming out, big up my brethren, Rico IS. You know what I mean? Jermaine, the son of Israel. Nice project coming out, man. Two awesome artists.
I saw you just did the drop the mic. With the red mic.
With my same bedroom them right now.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
King.
I introduced them to the card and stuff and show you. Because my thing is this. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna, God ain't give me it to keep for myself.
Yes, King.
Any which way I could help anyone in any way. You see what I'm saying? I've always been doing that. Always been opening, you know what I mean? Because we ain't gonna be there, I ain't gonna be there always.
Natural. So tell me something. How does Peter Runks want to see his legacy set in music? When you're no longer doing music, or you at an age where you say, okay, I put in the musical works now, it's going to sit back. How do you want your legacy to be remembered?
Yeah, well, I want people to remember me as one who always was, you know, one who was passionate about what I do, passionate about music, loving people, helping people. It's more than just money. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You know how much people who, when my stuff was on cassette tape, how much, man, you remember you give my son that cassette tape and that's so-and-so, he doing so good now and thing. That's give me a joy.
Yes, King.
You know what I mean?
So you want to be...
The people joy is my inheritance, King.
You want your legacy to be remembered by the inspiration.
Yeah. And then you have children.
Yes, King.
I have a grand right now.
Natural.
You understand?
Yes, King.
And like I told my son too, you know, I said, man, listen, when you was born, and I pick you up from the airport, from the hospital, when I drop you home and then, I went out there and I go on the work, because I know I ain't living for me no more.
Natural.
You understand?
Yes, King. You become a father and you become a man at the same time.
So my name is all I have. So I want people to remember me, my music, for being conscious, positive, believing in what you do. You understand?
Yes, King.
You know what I mean? Don't ever give up. Yeah, you can get knocked down sometimes, you can experience some things sometime and thing, but I want them to look at it and say, guess what? It ain't no excuse.
Natural.
It ain't, I's a man now, so I can't keep saying, oh, but my mommy and my daddy, what my daddy, what I do?
Yeah, you can't cry over things.
No,
you got to
understand what I'm saying?
how to navigate through it and learn from the experience, and then you try to better yourself in another area.
So now, and it cost me appreciate my dad in a way too, because it's like, yeah, I was angry and thing, but he was addicted.
Yes, Lion.
And for my embrace him and show him that love, you know. You understand? it caused me to look at life from a whole different perspective.
Yeah, as a child, you more looking for your parents to give to you, deliver to you.
Right.
So when you ain't getting that, it will make you angry. But then you become a man, you understand his plight and what he going through.
Yeah.
And it make you see it different. You see how you saying?
When I see my daddy home now watching he Western and he in AC, not saying he do them things, you know, but I want to see my daddy in comfort.
Yes, King. Yes, King. Yeah,
My daddy done passed 3 score and 10, you know.
in his elder days.
You understand?
Yes, King. Only your father and your mother,
Hey,
your days belong upon the Lord.
Hey, it was a joy for
Yeah,
me
man.
when I was coming out Bimini the other day, you know, and my daddy hugged me, you know, say, son, your heart. And he blessed me, King.
That's the blessing we can carry you through.
Ah.
All right? That's the blessing we can carry
said,
you through.
boy, I said,
At least
boy.
he didn't curse you. You see how you say?
You-
Because many
you-
parents curse their
yeah.
children for what they do
You
to them.
see?
So he bless you. Nice.
And I was
That's
angry
it.
over the years and thing, and me and him talk and sit down and thing. You know, my dad was in prison and thing enough time and thing or whatever. My dad was always a soldier.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know my father too. They was good friends back in the day. Them two was in the Tabal area.
Yeah, you
Yes,
see?
King. Yes, King.
But the luck,
Yeah.
God still keep him.
Yeah, man.
He's still there.
You still there.
You know what I mean?
That's why I tell you that spend as much time as you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, man, and that's what I
winding
do.
down.
So with these stuff like this right here, and that's what it did to teach, to show you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, King.
Do you know how proud I is to see the Vivers have been on cassette tape?
Yes, King.
That's how long we've been shorting, brother.
You know how it go. We are about to take a little intermission to go into Peter Runks' song, Life in the Ghetto. I see the video. We'll show the video and we'll be back in a moment to finish talk about Peter Runks in the studio and about his journey in music.
Peter Druck. From the ghetto, but I keep my head up. Life in the ghetto is not a bed of roses. But like they say, sometimes roses do grow from under the concrete. And living in the ghetto sometimes just like this. But I want the world to know life in the ghetto is where I'm from. Where the struggle is real, every day my people feel. Can't find a dollar, some days can't find a million at the ghetto. Where the gunshots echo, only you feels it knows. When we put them so, we must be strong together. No, my last son faced many tribulation. Watch mama with the drugs while daddy went to prison. But still I had the faith, oh yes, to overcome. All praise to the Most High. God in Zion, no many more will have to suffer and become a victim of this evil club, wicked system, where the government only promise and give less solution. It's a long walk to freedom, but yet still we're standing at the ghetto. Is where I'm from, where the struggle is real. Every day my people feel. Can't find a dollar, some days can't find a million at the ghetto. Where the gunshots echo, only you feels it knows. When we put there so, we must be strong together. And my prayer, oh Lord, and my supplication, help the youth them in the ghetto to stand for him and strong. Help us, Lord, in this generation to seek thy face, oh most holy one. Or we won't have a future if we continue like this.
Yes, you don't know. That's my brother Peter Runks, featuring his song Life in the Ghetto. You can find it on YouTube. Check out Peter Runks' YouTube page. You can find more projects from him also and stuff like that. I'll take this time out now to show you all a few of the merches what we have coming on of my merch because you know how we do this. Ras Copper for my people out there. If you want to get your merch, your Ras Copper merch, you know, just link me, inbox me on Facebook, and I'll get to you your size and whatever. This is the merch we did in the chair. As you can see, good quality shirts them, back and front print. I see some of them back and front print, some just front print. There's another one here with my lyrics of the song. As you can see from one of my most popular freestyles that is featured on Tempo. I say, and he got the sleeves and everything. I see, yeah, the lyrics from the song. I see we also have, this is a facial one with the face. I see, so you know how it go. This is how we do it. And this will be another style like this as well. I see, with the face again, and also the lyrics in the back. I see. So if you want to get a merch, just put your one in, let me know and I'll get to you, the IC. Give thanks and praise to the Most High for the works and for the life and works. Back to Peter Runks in the studio.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful, by the way, too.
Yes, like I think my producer also again, Hubert, I say my twin from NuVision Media. You don't know how to go. This is the CEO of the place and everything like that, so you don't know how to go. We have the all show. I respect him and the platform. So Peter Runkins, we didn't cover your journey and so far, and you say you have projects working on now. So what's your, to you, I want to get into, I like to, this is a part of the show where I get into more social areas of the world. So how do you see the structure of our country today with our youth STEM? How it going in a way where you have youth STEM dealing with a lot of violence in the road and a lot of youth dying young and stuff like that. How do you see, what can you think we can do as your mind, as an artist and as a man? What can we do to contribute towards making it better in this time?
Yeah, to continue showing love, to continue showing, I mean, because like you said, and this is why I do stuff like this too. Like I say, when I sell these and I make my income, it ain't just for me. You understand? And I'm one of them artists who everything can be a camera and so and so. You know what I mean? So if the people support the works and thing or whatever, know that it may be your child or your daughter, you know what I mean? Who see us inspired or whatever and want to sing, who you think they can come to? And we gotta help them. But like you just said that you just said just now, we need money to do it. Is that you said?
Connection security for surety.
And I'm proud to see things like that or whatever. And see with the youths, this is why from back then. See what you put out there, the words you speak, words is life, brother. Is that you said? We speak life to the youths. Is that you said? All in loss. You know what I mean? And before you go, then you judge. You know what I always tell someone? Because I grew up in the ghetto, and I sing songs like Badness. I sing songs like Life in the Ghetto, right? You think I don't see the young youths and thing or whatever who was working, going to the hotel, he ain't into that kind of stuff, or you know what I mean? But what you expect him to do? If the bigger heads in the community and thing come and say, boy, listen, if you don't do this or whatever, we can do this to your mommy or whatever. What you expect him to do?
So what you think our government could do to help bring this to a level where we can tone down the crime, where we can give the youth more opportunities, because there are a lot of talented youth out there, but there are not opportunities presented for them to get display that talent.
Right.
So sometimes idle hand leads to mischief.
Right.
So what do you think the government could do?
I think we need to help out more.
The government.
You know what I mean? More programs.
They do.
You say,
Yes,
more programs and your people there who been helping. You say, we don't need to start nothing new. We could join forces with them.
Yes, kid.
You know what I mean?
Yes, kid.
I mind taking some of my resources and helping the foundation with them there, because that's what it's all about.
With them, yes,
and I think once they see that, and you could feel the love and appreciation and thing coming from, you could feel the love. But a lot of us been abused. You know what I mean? Spiritually too, taken advantage of or whatever. So the youth, they're angry right now too.
Yes.
They're angry.
Yeah. I think they're just looking for opportunities in the way out. Because I think if the government was to provide a platform and some places for them, they'll direct harness the energy that they have, put it in the wrong place, and they'll put it into doing something positive, because they just need facilities, places that can enhance that. Musical places, sports places, rec centers that you could go to and learn skills and stuff like that. I think more time I think our government is invest state monies and times in the wrong areas that don't really benefit our youth there. And more just benefit the money making of the industry of the Bahamas, the tourism and all that. But we have youth them on the street, need opportunity. We have a lot of young men, young women coming up, and we need our government to invest into them more, because they are the future. And we don't want to have a future of criminals and weak children without that. We want a future of progressive minds. In order to invoke progressive minds, you have to give them opportunities.
Which is,
King.
Tupac put it this way. Tupac say, how he put it? He's like, man, at the end of the day, he's like, you can't live in 10 houses.
No, I remember that in this.
You have 10 rooms.
Yeah. And then
but people out there,
hungry.
You understand? And I feel that same thing.
Yes, King.
Like I said,
Yes,
when I
King.
walk early in the mornings and thing or whatever, to see the amount of young people losing their minds mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, King.
We don't take mental health serious, you know.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
And how we have this time going on right now, we in the era of politics time right now.
man.
We have politicians and politics out there everybody trying to fight for that spot in there. Like, but when they get that spot to me, it's like they still don't take it and do the things that should be done for the people, and we keep reliving the same nightmare, and we keep going through the same thing. Like, you can't expect to have changes. You keep bringing the same.
You keep doing the same results.
You can't get different results from the same thing. So I think they have to invest more into our youth, invest more into, like I say, create opportunities for the youth more to express their talents, what they have, and also. Just stop worrying about you getting in that seat to make your money.
Right.
Or to make your circle strong.
But see, like you say,
the people leave a legacy like Pitland did, and like our brethren Ibrahim Torres doing right down there in Burkina Faso. He take the resources.
I saw
the resources. He take the land. He try to make sure the people serve and benefit from that.
And you see what he did?
You see what I'm saying?
Because he was true to what he doing, the people
love him and love him.
He made, like you said,
a legacy or leave us a leader.
He made the opportunities. You know? He made you know, every time the young youths come in the studio to record, you know, they can be nervous, and I was once nervous.
Yes, King.
So my thing, I have to let them, hey, don't worry about the money, you know.
Yes, King.
I want you, give me your best vocals. Forget money, you know. You know what I mean?
And he was also inspired by a great general before him, a great leader before him, a great president before him, who was assassinated and killed by his own friend, Thomas Sankara. He was the one who started that, because Burkina Faso had a different name, but Thomas Sankara named it Burkina Faso. That is what you're saying? And it's like, we here in the Bahamas, I always say, what kind of legacy our leaders and the politicians here want to leave behind? Because aren't they tired of people saying that they don't worth nothing, that they take everything for themselves, they're good for nothing with it? You know, you want to have a legacy left behind that people can say, that was a great man.
Right.
That man took us into another level. He opened up doors for us. He made our children, you know what I mean? It's that's what kind of, where we can find that kind of leader who will step up with that backbone and that nuts, you know what I mean?
See,
and say, look here.
And it started with that genuine love.
Yeah.
You can feel when you love, man.
Yeah.
You can feel when people appreciate you.
And if you do it from also doing it from the heart, people
you can feel that.
Because of the works these man and put in, their name living on in a positive way, in a positive light. You know, and then you have people who come out these places and they have and they may be forgotten. And whenever do be mentioned, it be mentioned under negative areas. It don't be mentioned for something you done good. So my word to the leaders out there is to start leading.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Start really putting time into the people, investment into the people. The IC producer, how much time do you have left? Because, you know, I need to know how many. Okay, we got 15 minutes to go. Okay, so you know them kind of things. You understand me? So for you as for artists and like you say, you speak your mind in that area. How do Peter Runks say, like, in our land, right? What kind of things that could be implemented in place that you think will help take us into this kind of level or area? What kind of ideas you have?
See, mindset, I love ownership. Businesses. If you look at the Chinese and stuff or whatever, they taught their children how to deal with economics. You understand? Rather than thinking about name brand clothes and them kind of things and thing or whatever. You know what I mean?
They be the suppliers.
Yeah.
They also the suppliers.
So we always were taught to be consumers.
Right. And not the supplier.
You understand?
Right.
So that's why I can be innovative and think with these things.
Yes, King.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I would rather go and sell each one of my cards before I go to anybody and beg, brother.
Yes, King.
You understand? Now, like I say, I help enough, you know, but I don't have to go there, you know what I mean? I saw an old lady one day, and she was walking with a cane, you know, Son hot, you know. And I think she saw the security, she thought it was the police, to try to give her a ride. He couldn't give her a ride, and I went and I gave her a ride, right? She said she won't go right around the corner, and when I driving, the old lady was trying to give me $5. I said, no, mom. And that's okay.
Natural.
So the woman around me right out. Son, you don't never do that, boy. This and that. I said, boy, I feel so bad. I said, I'll never do that no more, Mom. And I drop her off to the church. And it's like, I watch her going through the door and she just vanished, brother.
Yes, King.
So like that tell you, sometimes we entertain angels unaware.
Yes, King.
You understand? So from you, and all that make me to realize, hey, what you going through is for a purpose, brother. You ain't going through in vain. So I started looking at it, I said, well, you know what? I could teach enough.
Yeah, life can be inspirational
Yeah.
to others. Yes, King.
So when I go to do a song or whatever and thing, I get think conscious about what I can go say.
Which about to come to my next question to ask you. As for you who coming up in the music game and by us being artists then, what can you tell them to mentor them and steer them in the right way as artists who coming up, upcoming artists in the
Learn
game?
the business first.
Smart.
Learn the business first, brother.
Quick answer to start off with.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Because see, when you understand the business, see, when you know your value and your worth, you ain't gonna accept anything, you know what I mean?
No one can take advantage of you.
Now, my thing, I do a lot of charities too, you know.
Yes, King.
But I can't do charities all year round. But
No.
if you leave it up to somebody, they
But
will
you
give you
give your
nothing.
10, you give your 10.
You understand?
You give your 10.
So when you set your standard and set your boundaries, people have no other choice. You teach people how to treat you, you know.
Natural.
You understand?
The one to have them do unto you.
Yeah.
Yes, King.
This, you know, your product make me feel.
Yes, King.
This make me feel good. This my economic. This my e-commerce.
So your first answer to them will be learn the business.
Learn the business
And
study your craft.
nurture it.
Study your craft.
Become the best you can be at it. Natural.
Practice, brother.
Yes, King.
You see what I'm saying? Practice. Believe in what you do. You know what I'm saying? And go after it.
And also one of my advice that I give to them is stop writing fantasy songs and write songs that can identify with the struggles in your country. Because you rapping about something somebody else doing in their country or some fantasy that you don't live, you know, singing about 1,000 cars you don't own, singing about $1 million you don't have, singing about all the women you don't have, but you have things that happening right around you in your country that you can sing about that can inspire people and people can relate to that,
You know,
connect with that.
I have a life coach, Antonio Landis Thompson. He used to go to BFM back in the day too, singing with System Tree. Every morning, he would send me a message. He called them downloads. And he would pour into me. You know what I mean? When I was going through my darkest times. And each morning, I look forward to those downloads. You understand? Because it strengthened me. Now I got to do the same thing. You understand? All of us were put on this earth for a purpose. You gotta understand what that purpose is. And who could give us that purpose? The Creator.
Natural.
You understand?
Yes, King.
Man can't give that to you.
No.
Woman can't give it to you. But when you go to the Most High and you set time for Him, and the Most High see you serious, God can open them doors for you.
Natural.
You understand?
Yes.
Like I say, no parents. Mommy's on drugs, this and that. But God had a purpose for my life. And that's why I could sing the song. See, words is life.
Yes, and words
So when I
power.
sing, listen to the words.
Yes, King.
No, my last son faced many tribulation. Watch mama with the drugs while daddy went to prison. But still I had the faith. Oh yes, to overcome. All praise to the Most High. God in Zion. How many more will have to suffer and become a victim of this evil, corrupt, wicked system where the government only promise and give less solution. Long walk to free. You see what I'm saying?
Promise but give less solution.
Words.
What kind of solution
It's
you
life,
can give to
brother.
help us? Yes, King.
You
Help
understand?
the youth,
But
man.
like I say, see, they could feel when that's from the heart, you know. I don't have to try to do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to, you know what I mean? So find what your gift is.
Yes,
you
King.
gift it with your hands. You do these chains.
Yes,
you do the
King.
shade. Your militancy and see, when you say that word militant, that's how you live. I learned militancy just boy, hey, maybe I'm militant, you know.
Yeah, man. Get
That's
sanctioned,
militant.
brother.
So when we link
Yeah,
and
man.
the vibes right and pick up fire pin, see me.
Yeah, man. Show
Anyway, you're there, fire pin.
Yeah, you know.
Normally God sends you, you know what I mean? But see, if you realize God has linked and connect the right people, you know.
Yes, King.
Love is universal.
Yes, King.
You know what I mean? I'd never told the places where I tour, all I gone through with music. Because I just humble.
Yes, King.
Some of the big artists, I on the stage with them. And I ain't like trying to put myself out there and thing, but that's just how God, I can learn from anyone.
Yes, King.
So now,
Inspiration, yeah,
when
man.
artists come to you, you do the same thing.
Yes, King.
You show them the business. How much artists come to me and I link them to these cards?
Yes, King.
You understand?
Yes,
Big up
King.
Brown and too, same way.
Yeah, man.
Look out for album Domination coming through solid, you know
Yes,
what I mean?
King, yeah, man.
Look out for the album coming through from Guide I think that's the name of it, from Jermaine, son of Visual Rico, Iris, and myself.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And we also have a song.
So, I just can't go say.
Shout out, we have a song coming from me, Monty G, and Judgment, Bobo Donald, coming soon. Actually, we have a title for it yet, but everyone done doing our work, so it could be something great. Something nice, something classical for you to listen to. Yes,
but look how the vibes.
Monty G on his project coming out. He working on his new album also. He back in the studio working on his new album. I see. So you know I'd go, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Show the Red Ross. Yeah, I see. We got 5 minutes to go. Yeah, show the Red Ross. We just started in our brethren, Christian and you become Godfathers, our brethren, son. Red Ross have some music coming out soon, 2 new projects coming out. I see. Shout out to Jar Doctrine, who doing some works. I see he doing some works now, doing a little filming, getting into some music coming out like that. Shout out to my brother Bobo Donald, right there in foreign, who also from Talatash Music, who also is a big help to me in plenty ways. He's not a selfish person. He passed knowledge on. He share open little doors with me, things that I might not have knowledge of. He share with me iron sharpen iron, so you know I'd go, yes, King. So just want to show to some brethren them. Show to my brother Remington Steele, Fat Man, Farmer Dredge, and I know I'll go AK Fibana and the family up there in foreign. I know, shout out to my people them for who always had my corner, my back, my children, you know, I go, everything like that. And give thanks, my brother. So we have 5 minutes ago. What else?
Like,
Peter
like,
Runks
like you say, my eldest daughter just celebrated
her birthday yesterday.
yesterday.
Shout out. Yeah, man.
Tejo.
Yeah,
Big
man.
up my daughter Tanaya, my son TJ, my voice grand. Oh Lord, very good. Yeah, cut it up. Yeah. My voice grand Carrie, you know. And when I look at her, they sent me a clip the other day where she was making her first steps. You know what I mean?
That's a joy.
That brought me joy,
That's
King.
a joy, King.
So
you're watching your next generation, third generation, but you get to see your third generation.
All the tribulation and things didn't even matter no more, because see, at the end of the day, it show you everything what you've been through with it.
Yeah, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I saw a picture the other day with a bus, and a guy holding the bus like this, with the family, and him, he getting ready to get knocked, but that's the load what he have on him.
Yeah.
And I said, boy, that's me, eh? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, children might can't see thing or
No, they don't see the journey
but
yet.
see, that's why it's so
They
important.
never can understand this journey until they become parents themselves. When they small, they always think we hate them or we being hard on them, and they turn on and have this animosity to develop us. But when they become parents, there's full cycle conversation. You know something? I see what my mommy and daddy been going through and what they were saying, because now experience is the greatest teacher.
My son, my only son, you know, he picked me up one time and he's playing the divine vessel. And he smiled at myself, you know. I smile and thing. But then see the seed what we sow, brother.
Yeah, man.
Seed what we sow. When we have children, yeah.
Yes, kid.
So I can't live them kind of life there where I judging nobody or feel like I better than, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So I always give thanks. If let the Lord let the song do something good or whatever, I feel good, I feel a joy. I feel just to be still alive.
Yeah, man.
Ride my bicycle with my little cassette tape and thing or whatever. Some of them don't even know about cassette tape.
Natural.
They don't know about record or digging into, going to the DJ store buying records and things. That was a part, you know what I mean? Yeah. I miss those days. Now they tell you can put your music in the clouds.
Yeah, I'm going to that. Hey, but what's this though? You know, could be about the Seward clock up, because you know, this would have been a long interview. We can probably do this another time, do part 2. But let the people know where they can find Peter Runks music and whatever platforms or websites you have under lock.
Yeah.
Let them know
you can link me online, all the social media networks, all the
YouTube,
download sites and whatever. But I also push in link me.
Yeah, link
to get them direct.
Yeah, just inbox you on your
inbox me,
and you will get to them.
Right, because I can get the money faster like that or whatever to do more things. It ain't just with the money. Because sometimes, all them other companies and whatever.
You put your business in perspective.
You link me. So that's my thing. Link me.
Yeah, man.
And just see direct. And we go and we build.
Shout out to my Rastafari community. Shout out to my sister Marilyn in Freeport, holding it down over there, the matriarch in Freeport. Shout out to my people in England. I have some beautiful supporters in England who's watched the vibe and 200. The McQueen friend, you gotta go. I can call your name on the show. And different type people who also tune into Militant Wife podcast. We are back in the forward, I should say in the forward. And we'll have our next guest soon. I'll be giving you the the flyer on who the next guest will be. But it's great to be back home, to be back in the front of the camera for my people. And, you know, giving inspiration to my people. Shout out to my producer, again, who's doing a great job in the studio. And shout out to my guest, Peter Runkins. And Militant Voice Podcast.
Let me say, it's my pleasure. It gives me great honor to be your first guest. And like you say, we've been through the hiatus. But see, even that too is to teach. You can go through things in life.
Yeah, we gone.
You understand?
And that's why no one ever knew about it, because I never took it and cared to know, because nobody been there. We gone through because we had interference, I should call it, within the frequency. And when you have certain people come around you who ain't come to mean you well, who just come to exploit and look out for their own benefit, and they ain't come to build, but to break down, certain things can happen. So you have to watch who you allow in your circle. You have to allow people in your circle who come to help build you. Like Miles Monroe once said, don't hang around sinkers, hang around floats. Okay, you hang around people who can you, like hang people who can keep you above and floating, my lord.
Powers, and powers and teachings, and you won't be able to live that.
Yes, kid.
True music. It may be a time when I can't even imagine a time when I can't sing, but sometimes even like when you get the fluent thing, I feel because I've been doing this so long.
Yeah, man.
But to see the next generation be inspired by something you said or something you lived.
Yes, kid.
That's my joy, King. You know what I mean?
Shout out to my children who doing good in school and trying their best, and to my youngest daughter who is doing very good.
Oh man,
who gets all the awards. She gets a couple on the road certificates. She just got an award from the Ministry of Education the other day, and certificates. You know, I appreciate the teachers that you bestow upon them, and they get to take it in and they run with it, and it's be good that when you can see that you know that you didn't waste your time on this earth, that you know that when you leave here and you transcend with the ancestors, you will leave them secure, you leave them smart enough to go for themselves, you leave them strong so no one can oppress them. You see what you're saying? Yeah, and you believe them in order to protect one another. Have a unity going on, a unified organization amongst themselves to look out and protect each other. You see what you're saying? So, yeah, man, give thanks and praise. Give thanks to everybody. Militant Voice Podcast. My brother Peter Runks. All powers. You see what I'm saying? So again to my brother Red Rasta Fire Pin. And my little Gaudy Chunker.
Yeah.
God Daddy say bless him.
Bless him.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Militant Voices. Slide it out. Kaboom. Boom. Power. Yeah, man.
Every day my people feel. Can't find $1 some days, can't find $1 million at the ghetto. Where the gunshots echo. Only you feels it knows. When we put their soul, we must be strong together. We are losing too many of our young men and women to the war, crime and violence. Too many children are growing fatherless because of the decisions made by their fathers. We have too many single mothers growing up their kids alone, trying to make ends meet. It's not where you came from, but it's where you intend to be. Because of drugs, I didn't grow with my parents in the same home. Grew up in a